You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See? I got DMs from a lot of my show business partners talking about these fight announcements. One of them being that of Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, saying that it's April 20th or something like that. I didn't move my feet. I said I'm gonna wait, because y'all been making me look like a damn fool. Okay? So I said I'm going to just wait, see what happens by the morning. I'm not trying to be first, I'm trying to be right. Now, they saying, regardless of what Ryan Garcia says, Rolly Romero will be taking on Eastside Cruz for the undercard of, let's all have a moment of silence for Keith Thurman's ribs, please.
Let me get one.
Right on. One order ribs.
No. One rib.
Tszyu versus Keith one time. March 30th, the main event. That's going to be the fight for Prime Video from the PBC, and that's the Black August. We got a lot to discuss. But first, Tszyu, he's going to be like Chris Rock or I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, right? Remember we were like, how much for one rib? I'm sure he's hungry.
One rib.
I sure am hungry.
Those ribs are gonna be nice and tenderized with hot sauce, and 2 breads and all the fries you can give me. All right, so let's look at the receipts. Let's check this out. Let's look at all the receipts. This is what I'm saying. So yesterday it was announced Tszyu versus Keith one time. For Tszyu's WBO Super Welterweight World Title, that's 154, is reportedly set for March 30th in Las Vegas. I should go to that one. It's claimed this will be the main event of Al Heyman's PBC's first Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view in the USA. And I want to say this about that. Number one, we all assumed it was going to be Gervonta Tank Davis. Almost slipped. Gervonta, you don't have to slap. You don't have to slap nobody. All right? Gervonta Tank Davis. We assumed that it was going to be his night, March 30th. All right? But no. It's going to be Tszyu versus Keith one time. And the thing about that is, we thought, okay, Keith Thurman may be the next opponent for Spence, maybe, if Spence and Terrence Crawford doesn't fall apart, or Crawford versus Tszyu. Now they're fighting each other, all right, which makes me further believe that rematch is really going to happen with Crawford and Spence. But it just lets me further know, with these two being occupied with each other, Crawford and Spence too, is looking more likely. Canelo Alvarez look like, I'm hearing whispers of Jamal Charlo, but I won't report on that either. Like I said, I don't want to be first. I'd rather be right. Now, let's move forward. You have Dmitry Bivol versus Better BF for undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO light heavyweight world titles is reportedly being planned for June 1st. Okay, in Saudi Arabia. We all know about that. There's no surprise there. But what makes us feel good and cozy is that they do want to fight each other. They're making that fight happen. Hey, one of these guys coming out of the smoke, one of these guys could be on our fighters list, right? The ShowBizz, the fighter list. So we don't do pound for pound list anymore. We do the fighter list. Whoever comes out of that, probably a real good, maybe in the top 8 for sure falling in that list. Now, look, Tszyu's already on that list. But then, here's the subject, the topic at hand. You have Ryan Garcia stating that he would be fighting Rolly Romero April 20th, and that was all over his social media. Ryan Garcia, a very popular fighter. And he said, 420 live on the Zone pay-per-view, tickets and location soon. It's time to enter battle once again. I understand that there has been a lot of confusion, but this fight is happening. I'm happy to announce this. So he said that this fight is happy. He's happy this fight is happening. He's happy to announce it, and he knows that there's been confusion. But then here, the latest we're getting from Michael Benson now, who, actually is from Mike Coppinger. reporting, and Mike Benson is repeating it. Rolly Romero versus Isak Pitbull Cruz is reportedly now finalized and set for March 30th in Vegas. Despite Ryan Garcia claiming he's facing Rolly next on April 20th, the WBA super lightweight world title fight will be on Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. Undercard, which that makes sense. Prime Video ain't playing no damn games. If you're gonna have that date of March 30th for Prime Video on this pay-per-view, Prime Video, they have, forget just PBC's fan base or the boxing fan base, Prime Video has a brand, okay? They took this on. They're people who, are subscribed to Prime Video. They have their expectations of the type of quality events that's put on by Prime Video. This better be a quality one, especially for it being your first event. And if you're going to have Keith Thurman and Tszyu fight each other, that may not be enough. To have Rolly and Isak Cruz on the undercard, now we're talking. It seems like PBC will probably be even upping the ante even more and putting on great events now that they found a new home with Prime Video. It's like having a new girlfriend. You have a new girlfriend, you're going to pull out all the stops at first. You know what I mean? What did Martin say? Yeah, you can get cheese on that girl.
Of course you could get cheese on the motherfucking girl. Yo, my man, give her 2 pieces of cheese. Hook it up.
So with Prime Video being the new home for PBC, they're going to try to put their best foot forward. I thought it would be Gervonta Davis fighting April 30th, but with everything that's going on, outside of the ring, that's a lot of hoops to jump through. And if you're going to watch Gervonta Tank Davis fight, who is a superstar, you're going to want him to be at his very best. But let me know how you feel about this whole Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero thing. Who do you believe? I'm on the side of the PBC here. I think that's the PBC fighter and Rolly Romero. For Ryan Garcia to say that him and Rolly Romero is fighting on DAZN, and Rolly Romero is a PBC fighter, and they got an event March 30th, and it's PBC saying that it's Rolly Romero versus Isak Cruz. I'm going to lean on the side of PBC, especially when Floyd Mayweather, who is PBC, you're Gervonta Tank Davis, say that to Rolly. You think it's Al Heyman. You haven't learned it's Floyd Mayweather yet? Floyd Mayweather is PBC. He probably taking care of a lot of the boxing decisions there. Floyd Mayweather took that jog with Ryan Garcia, derailing him from the negotiations or the possible, very possible, strong negotiations with Devin the American Dream Haney, redirecting him to Rolly Romero. Look, I think this card right here, Rolly Romero versus Isak Cruz being on the undercard of Tszyu versus Keith one time, is the truth. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz, I'm out.